Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing a well-requested recipe. We'll be doing a Guyanese Christmas classic, garlic pork. Now if you don't have garlic pork on your table Christmas morning, you're not a real Guyanese. Just kidding. But here I have some pork shoulder. I already went ahead and washed it, and I'll be using some garlic cloves. You need a lot of garlic. You need a lot of thyme. I have some white vinegar, salt, sugar, some allspice, and some chili peppers. Now, if you have riri peppers or any kind of hot pepper, that will work. This is all I had available, so this is what I'm working with. Now, the first thing you want to do is blend, or you can use a food processor and just, chop all these things up nice and fine. And then we will go ahead and start seasoning up our pork with it. It's a very simple recipe, and it has an acquired taste because it's like pickled pork. So, if you're eating this for the first time, you might have to get, used to it. So what you want to do is just season up the pork, like I said, with the seasonings, and then we'll go ahead and do the rest once we're done with this. Next, you want to get a jar, preferably glass, and this is what we'll store the pickled pork in. So you want to add your vinegar. Don't do like me and add too much vinegar at once. Add a little bit. You add your salt, your sugar, allow that to melt, and then you add your meat. And if you need more vinegar, you can add it. I added too much vinegar at once, and I had to pour some of it off. So once the vinegar is added, you will start adding your meat into the jar. And once the meat is added, you want to cover it, and you will usually store this on your countertop for 3 to 4 days. You can go longer if you want, but 3 to 4 days is ideal. Or you can store it in your fridge. Anyone will work. Remember, the vinegar and the salt are natural preservatives, so your meat won't spoil or go bad. So we will store this in the fridge, and I'll see you back here in 3 to 4 days. So moving on to day 3, here we are going to cook the pork. So what you want to do is strain off that vinegar. You want to strain that off and get rid of as much seasoning as possible from off of that pork. Why? Because you don't want to cook the pork with all that garlic and thyme. It will burn, and you don't want burned bits of garlic and stuff in your thing, So you want to get rid of most of that seasoning. Shake it off, wipe it off. I took a paper towel and I tried my best to get as much of that off as possible. And then we will start the cooking process. So to a preheated pot, you want to add your pork, and we will just cover this and allow that pork to release all of its moisture. It will release a lot of moisture, and that moisture will help to tenderize the pork. You will allow it to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes in its own juices, and allow the juices to evaporate on its own. But it will cook for about 20 minutes in those juices, and that will help to tenderize it. After about 10 minutes, we will go in with a bit of seasonings. I will add some complete seasoning and some seasoned salt, just to give it a little bit of flavor and taste, because it didn't have as much taste when it was pickling, so we need to freshen it up a bit. So once we add that, we'll cover it back and allow it to go for an additional 10 to 15 minutes. And this is all the juices that pork has released, a lot of it. So you'll allow that to cook away until it evaporates, and once it evaporates, this is how it will look. Now, my pork was not very fatty, so it didn't produce a lot of oil. So what I'll do here is add some oil and allow this to fry until it gets nice and golden brown. I like my pork golden brown. Some people would stop here, but I like the nice brown color on my pork. So we will allow this to become nice and golden brown, and then I'll show you all the finished product. And here you have it, Guyanese garlic pork. This is a classic at Christmas time. When I was growing up, we had our garlic pork and our pepper pot in the morning for breakfast, and it was so divine. We usually serve it up with a sweet bread. I'm using Hawaiian sweet bread because it balance out the flavors of the vinegar really well, and it's absolutely delicious. I hope you all give this recipe a try. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and leave a comment down below. I will leave all the ingredients that I use down in the description box, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and enjoy.